Okay, let's try this again. Let's try this again and pretend like nothing happened.
Okay, this will be fine. This will be fine. Yay!
It worked that time. Hi.
Go team.
There's our boy.
What a rubbish intro. Hello everyone, hi. I'm Danny. I'm here with my best friend Sonic and my also best friends Robin and Im. Hello.
Hello.
Hi. It's because we're starting more on time than usual.
Yeah, so something had to go wrong.
Yeah, naturally. Wait. Danny, if you're Sonic and I'm Tails, does that mean that in is Knuckles?
Yes. Yes?
Because we've had some fan art of the stream.
But how good is In at punching?
I can punch.
How
I
good
know
are you
how
at climbing?
As long as I'm fine.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember the other Sonic characters, but I'm really struggling.
It's fine. I've
We
watched
did this bit already.
Hajime no Ippo, so I know how to do a proper jab and everything.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I know that one. That's the anime about boxing. I pay attention. Oh, I remember this. We saw 0.2 seconds of this really cute little guy last time, didn't we?
Yeah. In which Sonic character being Kaiji?
Last time we played, we got through approximately, was it? Oh, okay, that's a spike.
Ooh.
Approximately half of the game, I think we were told. So today
That's
what
what
we're
it
trying to do
Yeah.
is get through the second half of the game. And
Oh.
I have had a little warning that it gets a lot trickier in the second half. Last time we did kind of just, blaze on through. So
Walk in the Green Hill Zone.
yeah, we had a little nice charming walk in the Green Hill Zone and went for a nice swim in the chemical plant. So today though, we might be falling down a few more holes.
This background is very nice, by the way.
It's very nice. Again, I realise that this is basically the entirety of the last stream and we will be doing it again, but this game's really pretty.
I just love the background that looks like a hotel carpet, but it's got bits cut in the back of it, so you can see. Is that literally just Monument Valley in the background? I think it might be.
Yeah. Apparently, Danny, you're a little bit quiet.
Oh.
And Robin's a little bit loud.
Well, Robin's always a little bit loud.
I'm always a little bit loud. I'm sorry. I think I know what happened. Actually, give me a moment.
I can fix this. Give me 1 second to twiddle some knobs.
It's okay. I turned my gain down. I turned it up the other day for. Well, I'm going to be honest. We were watching Bake Off together.
Yeah,
And I wanted to lean back on the sofa.
we were kind of watching the Great British Bake Off, that is true. And I'm going to turn my microphone up too. Sorry,
Ooh.
Sonic, sorry to distract you. That should be a little bit better. Tails does have a cute little pilot cap.
Tails is very cute.
Tails is really cute in this game. That's not to say everyone else isn't, but Tails is really very cute in this game. I'm eating all of the shots.
Did you see the chemical plant zone thing that wasn't in the game? There was this animation for him having water drip on his head. He was supposed to shake it off and then use his tails to dry himself off like a hairdryer.
Oh no!
But that animation wasn't in the game for whatever reason. So he just drips on his head and he looks up and goes, "Oh no, I'm wet."
I mean, he was very wet is the thing. Like, I really like that Chemical Plant Zone does just like viciously start with you getting dripped on. This might be a really bad idea, what I'm about to do.
I don't trust this.
Get the ring. Get the ring. It's so big.
I take it all back.
Oh.
See, I've played video games before, Robin.
Yeah, fair enough.
Unlike you.
I don't know what video games is.
You know that thing Dark Souls, that one you keep talking about? That's not video game.
It's not video games, that's a book.
There's no bright colours. There's no fun music.
Yeah, there's no blue skies in it.
Everyone's really sad all the time. That's not a video game.
What is video games?
Wow!
We'll never know.
Video games needs to have a blue sky. There has to be some fun music. Sometimes there's an animal companion.
Unless you're the animal companion.
Well, an animal companion can have an animal companion. Look at Sonic.
Hmm.
I don't know if it counts as a companion if the game's named after you. Unless
Tails.
it's like a...
The game's named not after Tails.
No, it's named Sonic and Knuckles though.
Yeah, but where's Tails?
He's not invited.
Oh, that's mean.
Yeah, it is.
Terrible.
Okay.
Yeah, when you get Mach 3, everything gets all slidey.
Getting a bit of Rainbow Road flashbacks here, I'll be honest.
Yeah, I'm expecting to fall in a hole at any minute now too. I think I might be taking the wrong route round this.
Would Sonic need to actually have a cart?
Yeah.
Okay, so there are multiple Sonic kart games, and the main theory I've seen that I like is that when Sonic is karting with his friends, he gets in the car to give them a chance. Which is
I thought it was like he had his feet under it like a Flintstones car.
it could be that too.
Danny,
Hello.
can we play Sonic All Stars Racing Transformed at some point?
Yes, we can. Sonic All Stars Racing Transformed is one of my favourite games in a very long time. It's very good.
It's very good, is the thing.
It's really very good. I don't think people give it enough credit, you know.
No.
The way it actually did the transforming gimmick was very, very good. I think I just lapped the magic UFO.
Man, I'm sorry.
You got me too excited thinking about cool racing games.
And so you started to take all the shortcuts.
Yeah, I took too many shortcuts. Where's my UFO, please?
If you just wait, works.
There it is. Come back here.
Kick his ass.
Oh no, that's a wall.
That was rude.
That was rude, but I did it to myself. Is it? What happens? Can you go to Mach 4? Is there just an impossibly? Oh, I got a bonus.
Mach 3 in a bit.
You know what? Mach 3's fast enough. It's fine. Where's my UFO? Aha.
Also, rude as heck in the chat mentioning that All Stars Racing Transformed is easily as good as Mario Kart, but they mentioned it on Twitter and everybody made fun of them.
Well, that's because
means...
it is a little bit controversial to say anything is as good as Mario Kart, but you know what? I think I prefer it to Mario Kart. I think it's more charming.
Oh, that was close. I think it's also controversial to say that a Mario game is bad on Twitter. People don't like that.
That's because, in all fairness, there are very few bad Mario games. The worst Mario ever gets is, this is fine. This is well made, it's not fun. Now how do I get... Ah, springy!
Oh, that was nice.
Thanks, Eggman, for making your car like this.
It's a train with a nose and a mustache.
Everything Eggman makes either has eggs or moustaches on. You will learn this.
I
Do you
don't
think?
Does it?
Oh, sorry.
Do they have many eggs on them, or are they just named egg?
I guess they're ovoid, which is arguable as to whether or not they are egg. Oh, here we go.
Oh, we're getting blue spheres.
Time for blue spheres.
Oh no!
Strap in. Why did you do it that way?
I'm nervous, Robin.
Oh, I'm not making this any better for you, am I?
I'm panicking.
You can do it. You can do it.
It's been days since we did any blue spheres. I've lost it.
It's okay. It only gets faster when you collect more of them.
Actually, someone said last stream, no one really knows why it goes faster. It just sort of does.
Yeah, people haven't figured that out yet.
It's like a sugar rush.
Oh,
Yeah, Sonic gets really excited from eating all the blue spheres.
I think there's a Sonic 2 ROM hack about that.
Actually, it was a Sonic 1 ROM hack. It was made by Mark Gordon, who was my friend.
Hey!
I haven't spoken to him in a while.
And he's here tonight.
No, that's just... You know when I said I had a weird internet past? It's not like I was kidding or nothing. That was it. Like, there were a lot of really wild Sonic ROM hacks, you know. People, much as like they have with Mario World, people have figured out how to do ridiculous things with Sonic.
They haven't programmed Snake into it yet, but...
I give it time. Speed is
can't be
based
much
based on time. Lexi knows. Lexi knows.
God.
Wow!
Oh my god. Fucking finally.
They finally put a gun in Sonic for you.
Not just that, you get to be the bullet. This is incredible. A freedom.
Oh, the magician's cute.
The magician's really cute.
Oh no, it's a giant caterpillar.
The Nidhogg.
Oh,
It is kind of the Sonic version of the Nidhogg.
Yeah.
it's much cuter.
I should
It's
probably
much
say at this point, Caterkiller I think is my favourite badnik.
It's a very good one.
Also, what's the name of the cool bug? I think Motobug is the bug with the wheel. That's a very
Yeah.
cute one too.
Oh, this one is just called Snake Boss, apparently.
But it's a Caterkiller, isn't it?
We will call it the Caterkiller.
I remember seeing Caterkiller from previous Sonics.
Oh!
This is just a really big one.
So the positioning of this is a little odd. Not in a bad way. I think. Oh, okay. I was gonna say he might chump me. But it's
Oh.
fine.
Oh. Yay!
Oh, okay, Tails, catch this. Catch this, Tails. No! Oh, okay.
Oh? We're still above.
Ah!
Way!
Oh boy.
What? Hello?
What?
Ooh! A friend?
That's...
Tails, no!
Was that Bark the polar bear?
I have no idea, Robin.
Yes. Me neither.
Is Bark the polar bear a real one?
No.
Apparently.
Hitomi just said hi, Bark. Robin, you were right.
Bark the polar bear is from Sonic the Fighters.
Where's Fang? Fang is the one I know from Sonic the Fighters.
And also Shenmue. There you go.
To be fair, Shenmue was actually very similar to... Hello? Actually very similar to this game. Hey, it's Fang!
Hey!
Shenmue is very similar to this game. It's just like a Sega nostalgia thing.
A little bit, yeah. Oh, people in the chat, glad that I recognised Bark. I got shy because of my knowledge of obscure Sonic characters, but
It's okay.
Bark is cuter than they have any right to be.
This is the stream for that, and this makes you cooler than me. This is the one time where the Sonic... Aww.
Oh.
Aww. Can I go down now?
Getting some revelations about Knack the Weasel from the Game Gear Sonic games.
Revelations how, Robin?
I thought there was a character called Knack, N-A-C-K.
Well, now we know where Kulnaknik came from. They
Don't like
copied.
this.
There was no originality in the Sonic Choose Your Own Adventure books. We already knew that.
Dreadful.
This is a really cute level.
Yeah.
This feels fun to be in.
Yeah. It looks fun.
Do we? That's a bad pun. Excelsior is a really bad pun. I had to sit. I think I might have missed my chance. I should have probably jumped on
Yeah,
that.
you missed a shot there.
I was too busy thinking about puns.
So what else is new?
Well, this time it was a Sonic pun. Oh, you can. Okay. Wait, no, I want
That's
to go on the.
cool.
Oh, I'm sorry, Robin. I missed the chance to go on the gun.
It's okay. We've already been shot out of a gun before, and like, I don't think I need anything else from the stream. There's a lot going on.
Oh,
Here.
Oh,
I'm not doing a great job, am I?
No, it's cool. It's cool. It's fine.
you're doing your best? You're doing your best.
Okay, so Fang, Bark, and who's the duck? I recognise them, but I can't remember their name.
Donald.
It's not Donald.
It's the one from Duck Hunt?
Oh yeah,
Oh.
I think their name's just Duck.
Oh, no, it's Bean? Bean
Oh,
the Dynamite!
Bean, of course. Oh, I'm glad they're finally in a.
Play us some music.
This is very cute, but this is also maybe the most pointless piano I've ever seen. Do you reckon that? Ah.
Sonic and Tails doing chopsticks on it. Yeah, these real Sonic Fighters characters. That's cool.
No, I was going to say they're real Sonic characters, but you know what I mean. They are from an existent thing. That way!
I didn't realize that they're all from the same thing as well.
No, I'm not nailing this gun thing, am I? Robin, how do you work a gun?
Point and shoot.
Thank goodness.
Sorry.
Always assume a gun is loaded.
It was with a Sonic.
With a Sonic.
I assume I can go down there, right? Not like that.
It looks to me like a thing you come up out of.
That's probably true.
That was a caterpillar.
I thought, like, caterpillars are the purpley ones that crawl on the ground in Sonic 1, right? They were green, but they could still be a caterpillar.
That was a cuticilla.
Ah.
Oh.
Oh?
This is already very good.
Yes.
Very good.
What? There he is! I'm
Weird. This is weird.
This is very odd. I mean, I'm very into it, but it does. It's. This game's so self-referential. It's really odd.
Yeah. I'm getting some really weird flashbacks of some of these sound effects.
This is like a very an unquantifiable thing here, but I'm gonna say it anyway. You know when a game feels like a fan game?
Yeah.
This feels like a fan game, and I don't mean that in a necessarily bad sense because it's incredible, and I know it is made by people who made fan games, so I guess it makes sense. But like the we remember all the characters, that's very fan gamey to me in a really charming way.
Yeah.
There's just a deep love for Sega, which I really appreciate. Oh, that was rubbish.
Bye, Happy Magician.
Bye.
That's a really good... I think you're right, Lexi. I accept that headcanon. Here's the machine. That's a really cool boss!
That's a really cool boss.
Oh, I really love that, like, the cast of scoundrels, like, Sonic has done that before, even recently. So, oh, it's that Oil Ocean. Oh. Oh. Well, here it is.
What?
This
How did
is,
you know?
because this is the worst zone in Sonic 2.
Oh.
Like, Sonic has done cast of villains, like, a lot, it feels like, and even recently they did it in, like, Sonic and the Wii U. No, Sonic and the Lost World? Sonic Lost World, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And, like, they weren't very charming, but these ones are really cute. I think
the enemies in Sonic and the Black Knight had a... Oh, I keep calling it that. Sonic and the Lost World had a really, like, kind of unmemorable design.
Yeah. Whereas these ones, like, they're still very clearly Eggman's robots, you know?
Yeah.
But they all have, like, matching similar designs in a really, really cute way. Whoa!
Yeah,
Whoop! Intentional.
They look like they're...
Oh, I was gonna say, does it go on fire?
Oh, that's so good.
Sorry, Robin.
They look like they're, like, henchman characters from... Like, Monster of the Week kind of things from a Sonic TV show, you know?
What, these ones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, like, ones that people lost from the 90s. It was cancelled before the first episode aired.
Wait, which one?
The Sonic TV show
Oh.
that had the hypothetical one, Danny.
Yeah, sorry, I thought you were referring to a specific Sonic cartoon and I had to guess which one you meant.
Yeah, they're there along with Manic the Hedgehog. That one should have been cancelled.
Are you gonna bring up Sonic Underground every stream just to sort of have a go?
Yeah, even when we're not streaming Sonic games.
You do mention Sonic Underground a lot.
It's... I don't know how you reached that point.
The
As a
90s?
society. Yeah.
It's just the 90s.
He was in a band.
Yeah, it was cool.
It
You were in a
should've been
band at
cool.
some point, Robin.
Yeah.
Is that why you started a band? Or why you were in a
To be
band?
more like your hero Sonic.
We didn't have a keyboard player.
Ah.
Yeah, that's why the band is. I mean, not to rub it in, but
That's why we're not together anymore.
yeah. You want enough like your heroes for Sonic Underground.
The Sonic Underground. I'm leaving.
Well, that was their name. They had the album cover with the yellow ring on the front. Sorry, that sucked. Oh, yeah, that's what I deserve.
Yep.
A little bit of crushing. Oh, this sucks! Oh, I guess we're going down.
Ugh.
It's the oil ocean. Don't worry, you can stand in it if you like.
That doesn't sound healthy.
Well, no, you are kind of bathing in oil at that point. But you sink really slowly because... Video game.
Because it's thicker than water.
Exactly.
It's crude oil, it's fine. You can do this.
You know what they say, video games is thicker than water. Oh, I see you there. I see you there, Big Ring. Go down, 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 down. Down? Yeah. Right, fingers crossed, everyone. Yeah! Woo! My video game sense is off the chart today.
It's in such a cool idea for a stage.
It's
I'm
really
still-
pretty.
Yeah.
I think this might be my favourite colour set so far, unsurprisingly. Whoa!
Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
Whoa, 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 whoa!
You blew it.
There was a surprise there!
Were you too distracted by aesthetics?
Permanently and forever, but also there was a hole there! There was surprise and... Wow, wow, wow! My video game sense is off the charts today. Oh well, back we go. I assume, looking at the amount of big rings we've found so far and the amount of Chaos Emeralds there are, there's more than enough chance to, you know, not mess that one up again.
Yeah. I
So-
assume there's at least one per from stage.
That seems like a fair assumption, I think. I've not been too great at finding them, but you know.
I don't know if there's like one in Act 1 and one in Act 2. That seems unlikely, but also unlikelier things have happened. Look at
that
this guy!
It's a minion!
No, it's a
Oh.
workman. Look, he has a big wrench.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, he's got a spiky bum. Never mind. Wow!
Congratulations.
I guess he earned that one, but also that sucked.
This is a Sonic ass boss.
This is a very Sonic boss. I think that's what's most impressive about this game. It feels really Sonic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
You
Get.
did it.
Whoa, oh no, bad, bad, but actually bad.
Okay.
Hey, it's okay. We've made it the Fire Ocean now.
Oh boy.
Hey, do you remember when this happened to Angel Island? There was less fumes then.
Yeah.
Lexi, he wasn't friendly. He threw a wrench right at me. Oh no, no! Don't say Sandopolis.
What about if I say Schmandopolis?
You can if you want. Oh, because of how that's probably the worst one in Sonic 3. Oh, yeah, okay. I have to pull the things to make the thing clear, like Sandopolis.
Oh, I get you.
Do I just like die if there's too much smoky, or does it just get really hard to see? Because it's hard to see right now. I'll level with you.
I don't remember hating Sandopolis, honestly.
There was just like, oh, okay, it's taking my rings away. So if submarine? Sorry, Tails. What the hell? That's not okay, Sonic.
There he is. It's okay.
That's actually kind of fucked up.
Yeah. A lot of fucked up stuff happens to Tails in these games.
If you'd have jumped in there quicker. Oh, it didn't set it on fire. Yeah, again, a lot of
Sorry,
fucked up stuff
Tails.
happens to Tails in these games, huh? I do like that they have lots of interaction states for the fire shield in this.
Yeah. Presumably the other shields as well.
I guess like the in Flying Battery they had like what's the right way to phrase words? They had the electric shield make you magnetize, but that was in the old one, wasn't it?
Yes. And I guess the water shield also you can breathe for a long time?
Yeah, like water shield makes you invulnerable to water because
That's how
water works.
Yeah.
If you're surrounded in water, you can't succumb to it.
You're not wet.
Exactly. You make yourself so wet you're no longer wet.
We're not doing this. We're not having this conversation.
Fine, just be like that, Robin. Don't play in the space.
Okay, Mom.
I realise that's not a good thing to do for improv. It's not fun to just like cut it all down. But
No,
if you're in
it's
water, you're
okay.
wet. That's how it works.
That wasn't improv. That was like understanding scientific principles. Fine. I don't even know where I'm going at this point. I'm just making a really bad fire.
Oh boy.
This level is making me feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Sonic's kind of doing a bad thing. Can I go in? Yeah. No, Tails again. Go.
Fine.
Oh, he's fine. He's on that thing. Isn't the bouncing shield just the water shield? Am I misremembering that? Because
Yeah, the bouncing one is the water shield. I remember. Because you got 4 types. You got the regular one. You got the bouncing one. You got the electric one. You got the fire one.
yeah, and then in this one adds the ring one.
Yeah.
That's a really big fire you're making, Sonic! I thought the environment was way past cool in that.
I'm Sonic the Hedgehog. And I love going first. But today I'm here to talk to you about carbon dioxide emissions.
And how much he loves them?
No!
I mean, I'm seeing something different on the screen, Robin.
That's absolutely a fair point. Does the shield make... If you brush forward like that, does it make you projectile invincible?
Yes. I wasn't 100% sure, so it was a bit of a risk trying. I'm going in. I'm going in. I need a break from all the smoke.
But get some blue spheres. Oh my god.
I didn't want to do a big jumpy first thing.
There's just red spheres everywhere. They don't even have a barrier or anything.
It's dangerous. What's this? It's just a room full of coin. Hang on.
Because you already came by earlier and set fire to all the blue spheres.
Oh yeah, that sounds like something Sonic would do. Right, this one doesn't change. Remember this.
Whew.
Trying to catch me out. Oh, okay. Someone's been here.
Oh boy.
This one's just a very weird and nasty one.
Yeah.
I do really appreciate the fact that they included one of the old bonus games and made their own, and the old one is the worst of the two. I think they
Yeah.
did a really good job with the new bonus game.
I agree.
The slippery slidey running is very fun, even though it feels... I can't think of the right way to do... Oh,
Wow!
big octopus!
Hey! I love them.
Hey, like... Oh, okay, you can't do that. That's what the old Oil Ocean boss was like. Whoa, that wasn't...
Oh my god.
There's
I
been
love it.
there's been a small problem with my strategy. Tails!
I like it when people draw octopuses like that.
Like how?
Like with the big round, yeah, like something you see on a bag of takoyaki flavored crisps.
I agree. Sorry, I was having an issue with platform. I'm probably gonna die.
Sorry, Tails.
That's right, that's his second one.
What is it? Jump on the tentacle.
The laser one.
Oh no, the the circle. That yeah. Oh. Oh. Ah.
Oh, okay, you can hurt the tentacles independently of each other. Tails, really? It's like he's not even trying.
The music's good though.
Yes, the boss music's pretty spectacular in this game, I think. Oh no!
Oh.
In general, the music in this game is pretty amazing.
Is this an original boss?
As far as I'm aware, like, it's got the lasers from the Oil Ocean Zone boss, but... Hello, Robotnik!
He can't do anything now, can he?
No, I destroyed all his guns. That'll teach him to be all eggy. I actually quite like that boss. I prefer that boss to the bloody Hydrosity boss.
Yeah.
That one was fun, and it had a cute little octopus guy in it. Oh. We just...
This sounds very good.
Lava Reef Zone always had a very cool soundtrack, but I don't remember the zone itself at all. This is kind of testing my Sonic 3 knowledge now. What's
Rocks
this?
look like candy. Please eat them.
Oh, they do kind of look delicious.
That noise is very authentic, by the way. When they make when they hit the ground. God, that's really good.
I can't decide if that's like an authentic Mega Drive noise or if you know what? This game seems so method that if they have made any new noises, I would bet they've used the Genesis sound chip.
I distinctly remember that kind of sound.
Oh, it's gonna burst!
I'm willing to be proven wrong.
That's very big of you. No, that's like definitely like the older Sonics. Woo! The older Sonics always use that kind of noise for when lava and stuff happens. So like if you think back to Marble Garden,
Yeah.
like when there was little lava spewing things on the walls. When those went off, they just go. They would make that kind of noise. I'm not going to emulate it with my mouth.
Yeah. I remember that noise a lot because I used to play a lot of Alien Swarm on the Mega Drive as well, which is a pretty good one of those games. It is a game where you walk from the left side of the screen to the right side of the screen and you punch everybody who gets in your way.
That sounds like video games.
Yeah, you know, it was the 90s. Sorry, Tails.
Either your game was about platforming or it was about fighting aliens. Don't think I should have got away with that one. Egg drill!
That's good, it's like you're breaking in.
Yeah, it's really cute. Like the things they've added to the zones in this game have been really nice. Like it's again like we talked about this. Ooh, hello. We talked about this a little bit, but it's like it's not just cloying nostalgia because they've genuinely added to the things they've brought back.
That was a good bit of design there.
That's a really cool little jump in it. Oh, this sucks already. Oh! I misread the situation.
You know what? This is a really good level.
Yeah, I'm liking this. I don't know if I just don't remember Lava Reef in Sonic 3 because it was a bit uninspiring or because my brain isn't good. But I'm going to remember this one.
I genuinely don't remember anything from this level at all.
I think this one was meant to be before Hidden Palace. That's as much as I remember. Wait, hang on. I wonder if there's a Hidden Palace connected to this. Down there?
Wait, what are you doing?
Not knowing the way. Because, like, Because there was a cut zone from 3 called Hidden Palace Zone, which was where there was meant to be like the
right.
Master Emerald and that. Which, you know, because Knuckles was getting all uppity because of the Master Emerald and Robotnik done a lie to him. And as far as I'm aware, it was meant to connect to Lava Reef Zone, because there was like a transition at the start of it that looked vaguely lava-y. This is me like really desperately trying to remember stuff I haven't thought about in about 10 years. So I'm probably misremembering a lot of this. Also, there was a beat, like, this is the stuff I used to be really into. I was a really, really dorky teen.
But when you were but a ween.
When like before I got into idols and costumes and stuff, I was into Sonic. But I used to like look up bits of lost betas and stuff. So that's how I know some beta zone names. Sonic 2, I think it was Sonic 2, was going to have a level called Genocide City Zone.
Fucking hell.
That's intense, isn't it?
No, they didn't use that one. Honestly.
Yeah, glad they stepped back from that one. I like these pipes with eyes, they're very rare enemies. It's there if she plays Knuckles. Oh, okay. Oops. Oh, is it just the entrance is there and you're not meant to get to it if you play as Knuckles? Maybe. Oh, let's go into some lava. Oh, no. Wait. A gun? Oh! Oh. Oh, it's eaten all the lava.
Okay.
Oh, I bet I have to make it jump into the lava or something. Like, if I make it go here, maybe, then it can't do any rocks, right? Because there's no rocks to eat. See? No rocks to eat. Well, there's my clever plan.
I mean, it was the beginnings of a clever plan, honestly.
It's just that the plan actually sucked, actually.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? You can have your rocks. Because it's getting all beaten up somehow. I'm just not sure how. Is it because it's eating all the lava? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I actually got it backwards. Although I can hurt it now, right? Because the shield is off.
Yeah. That sounds about right. Video games.
Video games. See, I'm alright. I can sort of understand the language of song. Oh no!
Whoa!
Hey! Oh, messed that up a bit.
Okay.
Tails! Tails, get out of there!
Tails, no.
It's dangerous.
Oh, it's fine now.
And that's a nice igneous rock.
I'm really glad someone from Sega America just said, hey, no, not a good name for a zone, my dudes.
Don't call it that, my dudes.
No, bad. Hang on. This music's really familiar. Is this... Oh, of course it's familiar, because it's a cold remix of Lava Reef. Never mind. I was wondering if they'd actually gone and done it, the madman. It's looking very Green Gems, I'll be honest.
There's an awful lot of green gems.
Yeah.
This is a nice colour palette.
This is very pretty. Tails! Oh, you're showing yourself up in front of our guests.
Stop kissing owned.
Oh, this is very smooth. Ah! I really want to go up! Generally speaking, like, I don't know if this is fair to say. Oh, that's rude. Like, I think ideally you want to be as up as possible in Sonic, right?
Generally.
So I always try and go up, so I just never quite Should have seen that coming. I was thinking, oh, I need a rock to go across this lava, and then... I mean, I got my rock.
You did, but...
I just got it very directly. Should we try that a bit better?
Yeah.
Oh, music for the After Lava Reef zone that goes to Sky Sanctuary. Yes, of course. Thank you, Lexi. Again, thank you so much for just sort of like putting up with my incredible inaccuracies. Oh, tricked again!
The final level in Sonic the Hedgehog 2 on the Master System was called Gimmick Mountain Zone.
Really?
I think that's a good name. Oh no, that's the second to last one, sorry. The final level was Scrambled Egg Zone.
Right, really?
Yeah.
Was this like... Was Sonic... sorry, Sonic 2 on the Master System, right?
Yes.
Why was it nothing like Sonic 2 on anything else?
I have no fucking idea. Like, the level design is completely different as well. There's, like, one called Sky High Zone, and there's a bunch of clouds that disappear underneath you. The second half of that is, like, oh boy. It's during a storm, which is terrifying.
So like Weird Sky Chase Zone then, or...
Yeah, a little bit.
If I tell.
Is a bird.
We'll see him soon, I'm sure. Am I looping back round? I think I am.
Also, you didn't do bonus stages, you just found the Chaos Emeralds in the levels somewhere.
Weird. Like,
Yeah.
it feels almost like that was not by a B team, that sounds rude. It feels like it almost wasn't made by the original people and they saw Sonic 2 and they said, alright, make that for Master System.
Yeah. I think that might have been the case. Hey, do you want to stream the Sonic Master System games after we're done here?
I mean, we've got a lot of games to stream, Robin. Not gonna lie, I do kind of want to see them though. One of the things I know about the Sonic Game Gear and Master System games is that, ow,
Oh wow.
that guy got me good. There is a level called Bridge Zone, and it has a song that sounds legally quite similar to a Janet Jackson song. That's mostly what I know about Sonic 2 on the Master System. So I'd like to find out more. Are you volunteering to play them, Robin?
I suppose so.
Oh, that's just a mean trick. It's a cute little trap though, it makes a funny noise and then springs up. Whoa! This level is all mean tricks! What is this?
Video game.
This video game has turned into a heck video game.
Sorry, I just had to go listen to I had to go listen to the Bridge Zone music, and you're right, it does sound a lot like a Janet Jackson song while being legally distinct from it.
Again, it was a controversy back in the community. Okay, that makes more sense. Let go early rather than late. Do I want to go?
Don't get killed.
Okay, thank you for the advice. Do I want to go into the box Wiggler? I can't tell.
Ugh. Have you been a bad or naughty child?
I mean, I lost my only ring, so yes. I was holding on to that one, it was special for me.
Oh, you got more.
Yeah, but it's not my ring.
Maybe they recycle them.
That...
Oh.
I just got an achievement for doing that nasty thing. Wait, hang on.
Oh.
Oh, I see.
It's gonna sink if I don't be fast.
This is cool.
This is a nice gimmick. Again, in a game full of really nice gimmicks.
Yeah.
I'm acutely aware we're not... Whoa. This is fine. No, that guy's gonna burst. I am acutely aware of the fact that I just keep going "Ooh" at this game, but that's how I'm feeling in my heart.
Yeah. That's how this game makes you feel. I am just a box asks, how was the Mania so far?
It's really, really, really good. Like, if you like old Sonic, you'll like this quite a lot, I think. I didn't really know what to expect going in. I think I said this last time round, but oh, that's a mean trick. Like, with it being sold, like seemingly so heavily on nostalgia, it was always a weird prospect. They've done a really good job.
Yeah.
Oh,
You've got the fire shield.
Yeah, I still fell down.
No, I mean, you can just walk through those things.
Yeah, but I need to do that, I think. Actually, no, I can just do that.
Oh.
Sonic's little trick.
Also, Jewel just reminded me, if you don't like Sonic, please let yourself be known in the chat so I can ban you.
No, don't,
What?
don't make jokes about banning people. It's kind of shitty. It makes people feel uncomfortable.
Even if you don't like Sonic.
Listen, people are allowed to not like Sonic. We just have to politely disagree with them. Like,
Robin, don't be a stinky egg.
Don't be a stinky egg. Don't be one of Eggman's stinky eggs. What's this? What's this guy? And he's going around in a giant motorbug.
Let's go.
Whoa!
Whoa!
I have no idea what I'm
This is
supposed
so
to
good.
do. Oh my god!
What?
Okay, so again, deep Sonic question: Is that similar to the yeah from when they do that in Sonic CD?
Wouldn't they?
Oh, okay, he jumps over you. No, unless doesn't that. This boss is spectacular. Oh my god. Yeah!
Nice. This is so good.
Oh, and he does a bouncy, okay.
Wait. Is this about getting onto the different tracks?
I'm hitting him.
Huh.
Sorry, hitting her rather.
Oh.
That's tricky. So, like, if they go on the top, then you get punked on. Because they do fire. So I don't want to
right.
encourage. I don't want to encourage the fire. Although it is cute. Wow!
And if you walk too far away, they do that.
Do I have to just thread the needle and do that ridiculous jump every time? Because it
You can
feels...
probably do it when the big spiky ball is further away from you.
But it swings back round.
Yeah. Can you jump all the way over?
You can. Oh. Or you could just jump directly into it. Yay!
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 Oh boy.
It's alright, I've got me one ring. This is how bad boss fights go in Sonic. Yay! Oh, I could probably jump on their head there, couldn't I?
Sorry, Tails.
Lexi is saying, if they remember correctly, the steed is named Jimmy after Sonic Community. Okay.
Oh, that's really cute.
Yes.
That's a really nice little touch.
Yeah.
Yay! Oh no!
Yay! Bye, Jimmy.
Bye, Jimmy.
Bye, Jimmy.
That's a really cool boss, but it felt like nonsense playing it, but it's really cool!
Yeah.
I really love the fights against all the... I don't want to say minions, because that's a different connotation from what, you know...
The hard-boiled heavies.
Yeah, the hard-boiled heavies. Is that what they're actually called?
That's what they're actually called.
Oh my goodness. Wow, look at that beetle!
I love them.
They're making a really good sound.
Yeah.
Ah!
Oh, they can't turn
They
around.
can't turn around. Wow, look at them! Oh no, it's got wobbly Scrap Brain Zone platforms. Is this meant to be Scrap Brain Zone-y?
Oh.
Ah!
Uh-oh.
That one's on me. That's just me being a bit rubbish.
The hard-boiled heavies have actually rebelled against Robotnik, so both of you are trying to get that gem from Eggman.
Aww! Ow!
Oh.
Our new friend betrayed us. I like the hard-boiled heavies so much. Wow, look at that big eggy! Oh no! Oh no! Oh, all the designs in this are adorable. Hang on, I just noticed that guy's pushing spikes around.
See, that's what we can do now that we're not limited by 16-bit consoles anymore, you know?
You can move the dangerous things.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. I just realized this level's music has some proper, like, 90s semi-hip-hop, but not quite rapping.
Good.
Ow! Wow!
You just flew straight into that TV antenna.
That TV antenna was full of knives as well.
Wow. That's how you get the best reception.
Yeah, it's really dangerous, but, you
For a
know...
sharp connection.
Very good.
Very good.
Very good.
Oh, looks like we're going down the funnel.
Oh boy, everything here is covered in knives.
It's all really bad, isn't it?
Yeah.
Also, I'm pretty sure that... Hang on, there was a bee in the background there.
There's an entire different level in the background.
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Oh,
Now
there's
I'm in the
absolute
different
madness.
level.
What? How do you...
God.
This is obscene. Oh my goodness.
They can get away with, like, because it's so far away, they can do more fun stuff with level design as well. That's so good.
Here I am.
Oh,
Oh,
you're gonna go back.
the things you can do with computers these days.
See, everybody's making different pulls. I'm seeing Kirby 3D, I'm seeing Virtual Boy Wario Land. I would have gone with Abe's Odyssey, but also, you are all valid.
See, Robin, that's the attitude.
Yeah.
Oh no, in the hole. Oh, it's fine.
Oh.
I'm trying to think of what that reminds me of. I think Tomby did that a couple of times.
Tommy did do that a few times, yeah.
Just desperately trying to make trying to make bombs with my legs. Just desperately trying to make a pull no one else was making.
Fucking Jules said mutant muds.
Said what?
Mutant muds with 2Ds.
What's? I feel I might regret asking this question, but what's mutant muds? Is this a game Jewel is making?
I think it's a game Jules has made up. Okay, it's on 3DS.
I'll say, so it's not a real game then. It's like Imagine Babies. Oh, thank you, Lexi, darling. I do try.
It's not very good. Thanks, Joel.
Wow! Just thought I'd let you know about this game that's not that great. Do I want to go in here? Just heard the noise of a distant tail's having a horrible time.
This is such a weird look. I love it.
It's a very complicated level to follow.
Yeah. Oh.
Ooh. Hang on, final zone, final zone,
It's very Final Encounter.
final zone.
Uh,
This is
Isn't
just...
this literally the final boss for Sonic 1?
Yeah, this is literally final zone. This is the final boss of Sonic 1.
Yeah.
I guess the comparison to Scrap Brain Zone was warranted then. This is weird. Weird. Hang on, this isn't how it works. Robotnik, what are you doing? You can't make new machines. Hey, hey. Hey!
Nice.
That got really scary for a second, like legitimately.
Yeah.
I got all quiet because I was so sure I was going to get all smushed.
It was a good spin on that level.
Yeah. Again, bringing back old stuff with a nice gimmick on it. Aww.
yay!
Wow, 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 Lexi is taking video games the fuck down. Wow.
This level looks and sounds fantastic, by the way.
It really does. I like the, like... I realise this is a... Good try, Tails. I know this is a reference we pulled before. This synth sounds very Wii Shop. Which is... Ow! Hang on. Baby!
Oh my god!
Baby!
Can you play the rest of it like this?
I mean, Oh, look, the spikes are all
Baby
baby
spikes.
too.
Aw.
Hang on, I have to see.
Yay!
They've done it all. Oh, listen to that synth sax as well.
I'm in love, honestly.
This game's very good.
It's very good.
I know, like, I can kind of see myself just sitting down and playing this another couple of times through once we're done.
Couldn't blame you. Honestly.
This is all bad.
Gotta get those blue orbs.
Sonic needs his treats.
I saw somebody suggest earlier that like it would have been fun if they had all the different bonus dangers from the different Sonic games instead of just getting blue orbs.
That would have been cute. I can see why they didn't know it. Oh dear. At some point, like,
Those ones get intense.
you can't do... Hang on, I'm big again. At some point you can't do all the gimmicks. Oh, only Tiny Sonic can get stuck to the circles!
Well, that's a nice detail.
Need to get Tiny. I guess we could go the big boy Sonic route. Oh, that's the reverse gun, I guess.
Why doesn't it make Sonic into a giant?
You need a different ray for that, Robin. That just returns Sonic to regular size. You need a third, bigger laser. We need to think of a different colour as well, which is difficult.
That's true, there are only 2 colours.
There's red for small, blue for big. What would the third one be, Robin?
Can't think of it.
Green for gigantic.
Orange for Tails.
The 2 Sonic colours, blue for Sonic, orange for Tails.
And red for Knuckles.
Can I get to the other side?
Oh,
Oh, there you go.
You can
Oh.
play through those Mario games.
It's like those Mario games, but slightly harder to see with your eyes. Not sure I like the treatment they've gone with there.
The size change ray is very good.
It's a really good game. Oh, look out for the saw blade, Tiny Sonic. This whole thing is just like... It's not even really that much of a change to be small. It just slightly, like, changes the paths you can take. It feels really different, though.
I think it's just the same sprite they use when you're in the background, but just applied differently, which I'm into.
Oh, that's probably a good point. Oh, here's the dangerous television. Can I destroy these?
Small Nick the Hedgehog. I don't think you can destroy them. I think you just have to time your jump through them.
I don't like having to be careful. That's the thing I'm worst at.
Apparently Shrinking Sonic is from Sonic CD. I can believe that.
What? Oh, okay.
Oh,
Time for some horrible video games. I'm glad Sonic gained ESP and can tell where the holes are going to be.
there is something very similar to the Shrinking Sonic mechanic in Maui Mallard for the... Don't talk shit, it's fucking fantastic.
I'm not talking shit, Robin. I'm just saying you've lost your ability to criticise Jules' polls.
It was a game where you play as Donald Duck, except he's a private detective and he can turn into a ninja. Anyway, I'm not selling it, but it's fucking brilliant.
That does actually sound really cool. What's going on here?
Gotcha!
It was called Cold Shadow.
Oh my goodness, we're actually... Look at that, Amy!
Oh!
Look at that little toy Robotnik!
This is...
Oh my goodness, that's a little toy boss from... Oh, was that... Hang on, this is the boss from Marble Garden.
Yeah.
Okay, so the game is can we identify all of the gacha? Hello again, Amy. Oh wait, you make the gacha happen!
Yeah!
Oh, it's the Emerald Hill!
Oh!
Get him! Get him!
I'm causing problems for myself by gachaing too hard, as usual.
Artem takes life.
I spent all my love gems and all I got was 3 Robotniks.
What attribute will Robotnik be?
I'd say Robotnik is very pure.
No, as the villain, I don't think he'd have an attribute. I think he'd be purple.
Oh, is he one of those cards that you just use for leveling up Sonic and Tails to Knuckles?
Exactly, yeah. Oh, there's an achievement for doing all the gachas without destroying any of your bad prizes and using the practice Sonic.
Okay.
Titanic Monarch Zone?
Okay. Which attribute would Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles be?
Sonic,
Tails is obviously pure.
Sonic would be cool. This is easy.
Sonic thinks he's cool.
Is that going to be... Look at that turtle!
Buddy.
Ooh,
Oh,
hang on,
nice,
it's like
nice,
one of those
nice.
orbs from the bonus stage. Was it the Sonic 3 weird... Ooh, the weird gumball machine?
Sonic and Knuckles had that, I thought.
I'll be honest, at some point the line rather blurs between Sonic 3 and Knuckles and Sonic 3. Between Sonic 3 and Sonic 3 and Knuckles to me, because it's like... Well, came out, it's basically the same game, right?
Yeah. Oh, this is very similar to the Sonic and Knuckles bonus stage. That was the one where it was like, yeah, I think that was the Gacha one.
I don't think we need to do spheres. I'm going to try and cut down on the doing spheres.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like a bit of physics.
Apparently you're inside that giant Robotnik statue you saw while fighting Metal Sonic.
The background
Ooh.
is very good.
That would make sense as to why it's called Titanic Ow, I meant to jump on this, not the spikes. Alright! Someone's not very good at driving.
He was very good at driving, and he's just not very good at slowing down.
That's true. That's why I shouldn't criticise.
This is so cool.
I have about 3% of an idea of where I need to go.
Oh?
Yeah, up sounds right.
Not up. Up?
Up!
These are the end.
There's more orbs here.
Up? Oh, it's Blinky friends.
Aww. Up! Ah! That was just mean. I think I just keep spending so long faffing around with those things that keep getting pinged in silly ways I'm not meant to be. I'm gonna give the game some credit.
What's the worst name of one of Sonic's friends you can think of?
Cool that
I
thing.
think he wasn't one of Sonic's friends.
No, that's true. Porker Harris.
I was going to say Johnny Lightfoot is pretty bad.
Johnny Lightfoot is very bad as the thing. What was he from? I remember the name, but not what
He
the
was in
name...
the Sonic comics, and also at one point you find him tied to a table in the books they went through. Tied to a table Saw style, and you can send him to robots or not.
Oh yeah, that... The books did some really not okay stuff.
Yeah.
Mind you, that seemed to be the thing with tie-in books in the 90s, because do you remember that Mario game book we read through? Because that was actually kind of fucked up.
Yes. Apparently those books are very rare.
Completely, coincidentally, that was the last game book we ever read through, wasn't it?
I think so.
Oh well, Mario's ruined it. I really like those piggies, how they just drop their bombs and jiggle away.
This is slightly terrifying.
Very slightly. Wow, okay, no, it's getting worse actually.
Sound effects when you pick up one of the shields. Just a treat.
Oh, just down there. It all feels really like, I was going to say valid, but that is totally not the word I mean. All feels very authentic in terms of like, you know, that's the noise, that's the noise. Well, it sounds like what a Genesis would do. So I'm trying to have opinions and also go the right way at the same time. Neither's working.
You can only do one.
I'm not that good at either independently either. Okay, that way. Oh, no, please be careful. Please. Ah!
Keep all hands and feet inside the vehicle.
I wish he'd kept all of himself in the vehicle.
I think he did. He just
He just kept it in for too long.
drove it into a big wall.
Still don't really know what the cute Spidey things do.
No.
Oh! It is a really incredible zone. It's totally given me Last Zone vibes too, but I don't know why so much. I think it might just be the expectation that Sonic end zones are always very like mechanical and big, and this is obviously like an all-hail Robotnik zone, so you know that gives it end zone feelings too. No, down please. Down please. But also, this zone's just thank you. This zone is just fantastically pretty. I'm not enjoying all of these like spike pits that are surprised not spike pits.
It does feel like you're being toyed with.
Yeah.
Which is a cool idea for a level, but also
It is gonna.
if it is late game stuff, then like Robotnik's.
Ooh.
Oh boy.
Yeah. It's like I don't feel particularly in danger by the spike pits now that I kind of know now that I know the script, but also I don't feel comfortable with them.
Yeah. If you are like busting into Robotnik's base, then why is he still having a little laugh with you and putting big springs with 4 spike traps?
To be fair, that is kind of his style.
And it's his style. I would say I would just use a big gun, but I remember he already did that.
Yeah, he tried that. Well, here we are.
Oh. That was rough.
Oh dear. It's all kind of going wrong.
Is it serious time?
No, it's never serious time, Robin. It might be time to start sliding into all the things like some sort of big pinball idiot. I just need to land on top of this thing. Yeah, on top, see?
Nice.
Ooh!
Oof.
Ooh, this is mean. Yeah, this is exactly where I wanted to be, actually. Look at that upside down Sonic Telly.
Not getting that.
No, I'm fine, I don't need any lives. I've got 12.
I mean, if you didn't have any lives, I would advise not getting it.
I have an embarrassment of lives. Oh yeah, that'll happen.
Oh, it's the final boss from House of the Dead 2.
Good work, Robin!
Thank you.
I know the one you mean. Does Tails keep... Who's Kales? Kales, the spinachy boy. I think Tails' role in this boss fight might mostly be to catch the spinning things and make them blow up. Oh, no, Sonic does it too.
Bosses like this are weird. They get easier the longer you do them, which isn't how difficulty does normally work.
Well, it's also like you're not really supposed to be sat there catching all the shots, you know? Oh, okay, no
Yeah.
bouncies.
But like, it gives you more chances the more you do it, and that's
Yeah.
an interesting design thing. I'm not saying it's immediately bad. It's just like
Too many bullets, too many bullets.
the original Pink Turbo.
The gravity situation here is being affected by the lift. I feel I should say that.
Oh,
Just so you know how weird I'm being, it's not fully intentional.
that makes sense.
Ah, good, some pity rings. We'll plant it over here. Yay!
Woohoo!
Didn't mean to do that, but I definitely will take it.
What is the cool bonus?
It's the bonus I get for being really cool. On account of how I am actually really cool.
Uh-huh.
Also, I'm afraid I have no idea. It doesn't seem to correlate with anything I do, which is actually a more truthful answer. Ooh, a big cog.
Oh,
Okay, now this definitely does feel about 100 times more end, but whoa. Kinda jumped into some sort of weird Sonic church there? Oh, you lose cool bonus for getting hit, which actually makes sense with the fact I keep getting like 3,000. I thought I was doing good for getting a cool bonus of 3,000. Oh, this isn't anything up here. Oh. kind of tricked myself. The music and everything in this level has just got so imposing now. It's making me feel kind of terrified. I want the spring. Thank you.
Because you're in church.
Well, I mean, the church vibe is slightly odd. I'm not sure why it's got all stained glass so quickly.
Nice lighting? Actually, yeah, because it doesn't have to be a church to have stained glass.
That's true. Maybe Robonic's just a fan of really nice lighting. He's just gone decadent. I'm guessing we don't want to go directly into the spikes. So where do we want to go?
Above?
I'm kind of banking on going backwards and hoping it works out. I think it worked out.
Okay.
Have we done a loopy? Am I meant to have, like, found something to do there? I think I messed up somehow. Ooh.
To the right?
I think so.
Or if you go to the middle?
Yeah, it's either to the right or down the big hole in the middle. I'm guessing it's down the big hole. I'm also guessing I don't want to be hit by whatever's about to happen. This one? I totally no idea what we're doing. I feel like
You must, like Lexi's saying, you must pass the 4 tests of egg.
That's kind of what I'm thinking, but because I keep getting teleported back to the start of areas, but I feel like it's going to be like there's okay, don't go in the big fire. That makes sense. I feel like I should be destroying something at each stage or something, you know, like video game style. Oh dear. This is the only level so far I've found is a bit confusing and convoluted. Also, that was a rubbish jump.
Oh, so there's a hub area, and then 4 tests coming off the 4 corners.
Yeah,
So make it to the next spinny orb above a glowy purple thing?
that makes sense.
Just don't fall into the wrong hole.
I've been trying my best. I think we're going to go up or down. Probably, well, we're going down. Haha. It made the decision for us.
Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you.
It gives and takes away. Like, maybe it's just an issue of communication or something, or maybe I am just so used to video games I expect in a room like that, if there's not things to destroy at the end of the paths, I just don't understand. I can only communicate in terms of destroying engines or something.
Well, if you're a millennial, you have to destroy something.
That's the thing, really. Sonic represents millennials, Eggman represents baby boomers, you know? It's just, it's all allegorical.
Okay.
And Tails is avocados.
Tails likes toast?
Yeah. Oh, the Chaos Emeralds represents the housing market.
Have we gone too far?
For Sonic, yes, but also I think in terms of completing the level, no, we just did the right thing.
Way!
But also, that whole bit was unforgivable. Yeah, the thing is, sometimes it does just seem like Eggman wants to make theme parks, you're right. He's got a lot of really good gimmicks, you know? He's really good at making robots too. It's just that sometimes he gets a bit evil.
saying Robotnik absolutely supports Brexit. Egg. Stinky egg.
Terrible. Sorry. One of the most relatable British feelings I realise that has come about in the last sort of year or so is making that's the wrong place. Making good jokes about Brexit, then feeling immediately really bad afterwards. I can on the surface level appreciate that that's a good joke, but it does make me feel really bad in my heart.
Oh, apparently, also, Knuckles represents nuclear proliferation.
No, you're thinking of Metal Gear, in which Knuckles did appear.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to think which... I wish Robin was here. Robin would know which Metal Gear character Knuckles was most like. I have no idea.
Oh, that was a weird noise.
No, Sonic is just like a collection of weird noises. Oh, that's the spikes!
They were really good noises, though.
Tricked again.
That was weird.
Hello, you're right.
Yeah, my microphone turned off for a moment.
Oh
Not
dear.
Sure why. Anyway,
Please tell me you didn't just hear what I asked you.
yeah, I did actually.
Alright.
I actually had to scan my memory to see if Knuckles was in a Sonic game. I don't think he
Yeah,
is.
Knuckles is in a Sonic game, you're right.
Knuckles is in a Metal Gear game. I don't think he is, but the monkeys from Ape Escape are. So.
Yes, that's true. The monkeys in Ape Escape are in Metal Gear Solid 3 in the Snake vs. Ape minigame. Also, video games are incredible.
Video games are incredible sometimes.
The best part is that Sonic Snake was also in Ape Escape 3.
Yes, I don't know why my microphone just vanished then. That was really weird. I hope I didn't say anything important.
I always assume I don't.
Nobody missed me that much. I just think my jokes weren't landing.
Sorry, I genuinely thought you were quiet because you had to step away. I'm really sorry.
Said something.
Next time I'll ask where you vanished to. I'm really sorry, I feel terrible now. I think you just left you out to dry.
Well, like I said, I just thought my jokes weren't landing.
Look at this sick portal.
Oh!
There is a non-zero chance I might time out, you're absolutely right.
First time stopped.
Oh, you're right. Of course, when you go into the portal, time would stop, wouldn't it?
Oh!
Oh, he's got the big gem on him!
Oh, I like this. I like the stuff in the background. The alert caution signs.
Oh no, they've got the guitars and he's got all serious. Look at his crap little suit! Didn't realise his hands were out till he landed! Oh dear me. Gotta be quicker after that, I suppose.
Ooh! Ooh!
Oh. Oh. Boy.
Oh, cool! Wait,
Waffle? No.
I wish it was waffles. Oh, are these just like little gauntlets I have to survive? Oh, hit the rockets back. This is very cool!
This is essentially the final boss of Half-Life 1.
Oh no, Robotnik sucked us into the alien zone. And that's as much as I know about the boss of Half-Life 1.
It's not very good.
Yeah, it's the first one. No one remembers Half-Life 1, they all remember Half-Life 2. Oh, what did me ring back? Take me!
Use me, Sonic.
Okay, Springies. This is going to go very bad very quick.
No,
Yeah, there it is.
Oh. Oh.
Okay. This might be hard with 3 rings, actually. I'm not sure how to get good hits on him is the thing,
Yeah.
but I'm sure we can figure that part out. Oh, alright, yeah, you can just do that. Sorry, that was my own stupid fault, I didn't see that underneath me. Uh-oh. Who should we go to first? Hello. So how did I hit those back? Yeah, I'd like him to get to the electric in the air, but I'm not super sure how. Oh, that was really stupid. I'm really not getting the not pattern, but I'm not getting the logic by which he sits down.
There's got to be a logic to it.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, okay, so it looks like we're doing them in order then. That's cool. No, that was ridiculous of me. What on earth happened to Tails?
There he is.
I just heard the ba-bum noise. Oh, yeah,
Ah.
didn't react. So how do we get Robotnik to do the bad stuff in the air? We've got 12 lives to find out.
That's more than you've died throughout this entire playthrough.
Yeah. I mean, it's getting all serious, Robin.
You can tell because it says caution danger on the back.
Yeah. Don't call him the Titanic moth. I can't say anything.
Titanic monarch.
The Titanic moth. They don't call him the Titanic moth for nothing, Robin.
They don't call him that at all, in fact.
Exactly. Ugh. Squishy. Also, if you lose your rings here, getting them back, quite tricky.
Quite tricky.
Like, ideally, he would do his little electric there, but I can't figure out how to do that. Rings, please. Oh, okay. There's two different types of bombs. I do love a good, like, boss that summons other bosses, you know? This is a very Video Games 2016 reference, but hey, you remember that Undertale? Because that had a very good one of those.
Yes.
Right, spinny thing. Can't decide if I need to, like, land a certain number of hits on these bosses before they clear off, or what? I'm assuming I actually need to attack this one rather than just let it be. Ugh. Okay, so I can get a hit in when he's doing his little attack.
When he's showing off.
Yeah, when he's showing off, when he's being all clever. Like that. Okay, you just have to get one clean hit. That's fine. Oh, yeah. Did a bad job with that one. So how do I get him to... Is it timed when he does his electricity, or is it just like...
That's going to make it easier, at least.
Yeah, now he can't hit me from underneath, which was the problem beforehand. I think I just might not be understanding where I should be jumping into him as well.
Yeah.
It's not the cleanest run.
Not going to get much of a cool bonus for this one.
No, I'm afraid I don't deserve one. Oh, he's having a little strop now. Cool! Well, I suppose that's the last we'll ever be seeing of Dr. Robotnik.
I love this. Oh, it's so good. Nice.
Oh, that looked really good! So that was the final zone, we were right.
Yeah.
Hey, listen to that slap bass.
Oh, I don't... You don't need to tell me twice.
We did it! I feel like I did not do a very good job with that final boss at all.
Good enough.
I mean, to be fair, that is kind of the Sonic experience I recall. I remember having a horrible time against the boss of Sonic 2. That's actually one of my enduring memories of Sonic 2. How bad I was at the end. Ooh. That is right, though. We've got the bad ending, haven't we? We already know we've got the bad ending.
So there's one thing I know about this game and the unlockables. I don't know if you've got it, but if you do, I'll be happy.
I suppose we'll see? Because we're going to get loads of Video Games 2017. Hey, you've unlocked a prize when we get back to the main menu, right?
Sorry?
We're going to get loads of like video game style, you've unlocked a prize when we get back to the main menu.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, it's over?
Yeah.
Sorry, Ian.
Well, it's okay.
Sorry, we had a final boss.
No, that's fine. My parent came into the room asking me about, oh, is this a live video? Are there really this many people watching? And I looked and went, that's just a GIF. With some noises played over it so they can get views.
It's called viral content.
Ugh.
If you want, we can teach your mum about viral content when we're next over.
If you want. How did the end boss go? I'm sorry, I missed
Very
it.
poorly.
Wait, are we getting credits because you died or because you beat him?
Oh no, I beat him. It was just very sloppy. No one came out of the fight looking good. But unfortunately, because we didn't get all the Chaos Emeralds, we haven't won. We got to get all the Chaos Emeralds.
Ah, okay.
But Meat Bomb does raise a good point in that there is at least one more playthrough of the game left to do.
Ooh.
Because you can play as Sonic and Tails, I think probably Tails on his own, or Knuckles.
Mm-hmm.
And traditionally the Knuckles playthrough was always really different.
Well, yeah, because it's not Sonic.
Exactly. More things to punch, less things to fast.
He can climb on stuff.
He
And
can.
it's good.
That's why when Knuckles went in the regular Sonic levels, when you used lock-on technology, it was always dead broken. Lexi, why do you want to upset me? What's the video? I mean, I'll play it on stream anyway. We should probably actually talk about it while the credits are up, but... I mean, you might have already kind of got what I think about the game. You might have picked up on that as you went through. But, hey, how do we feel about the game, everyone?
It's alright, yeah. 7 out of 10.
Pretty.
This is probably the best one of these. The best type of this game they could have made, honestly.
You mean in terms of, like, bringing Sonic back to their roots, doing like a proper old-style game?
Yes, absolutely. Like, there are so many good ideas in that. And it's not just playing for nostalgia, like there's new stuff in there that's really exciting as well. But also, Bark the Polar Bear was in there.
Bark the Polar Bear is in there! Like, the amount of references they managed to squeeze into this without it feeling cheesy and crap is pretty properly amazing. Like, so the gameplay of the game is, I'm not going to say perfect, but it feels... We spoke about this last stream. It feels exactly like you'd want a Sonic game to feel. In terms of a traditional thing, it feels incredible. Like, they've got the aesthetic down perfectly, it feels incredible. Most importantly, the music is amazing. If they didn't get the music right, this would not have been a good Sonic game. I think that's honestly one of the things that makes a good Sonic game. The music has to be, like, for me at least, the music in a Sonic game is such an integral part of it that if it's wrong, just scrap it, don't even bother. We did talk about Sonic 4 at some point in the last stream, which was, like a fairly logical thing to bring up, but you know what was really, really bad about Sonic 4 other than everything we've already talked about? The music was a bit dodgy too. The music just didn't feel good. Like, it's a really hard thing to put your finger on. It felt like it didn't have heart. Oh, Hyper Potions did a fantastic job as well, yeah. I generally thought they did the entire soundtrack when we first came in, so finding out they only did the intro was a bit like, oh, whoever, like the other person involved, did an amazing job as well. Then I was completely fooled. Now, do you want to sit and watch the rest of the credits, or should we hop back in? Because Lexi sent this video.
Let's see the video.
But what about the people from Oracle who helped with finance applications?
Sorry.
Okay. I mean, if you want to be really nasty to the people over at Oracle HR.
This is the thing, right? I know people. I'm friends with people that work in PR teams for games. And I always like the idea of looking for their names and credits, but there's apparently
I think looking
8
for
million
names and
people
credits
working.
is very, very cute, is the thing.
Apparently there are 8 million people at Square Enix, so...
Lexi, could you also post this video in chat? Because I'm afraid I can't actually stream this to Robin and In. Lexi has linked me a video called It's So Obvious It's Not Even a Spoiler. I don't fully understand this video. I'm gonna have to watch it again, but you may have to explain this, Lexi. Oh, okay, that makes sense that the level music composer was someone who used to make mix of Sonic music as well. Mind you, that's like, that's like how Vert got started, I think, isn't it? And Vert is... I'll be honest, Lexi, this video you've linked to me has the most shameful recommended videos associated with it, and I kind of hate it. You've kind of sullied the stream with it. Like, I kind of don't get that video, but maybe I've not been following new Sonic games enough. Oh, okay, yeah, I've not been following new Sonic games enough.
Infinite?
Yeah, that's apparently the one from Sonic Forces? Which is that new one where you get to play as your own Sonic OC and hang out with Sonic.
Finally.
Finally. I mean, I think that's a very cute direction for it to take, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
The only bit about Sonic Forces I have an issue with so far is that Crush 40 aren't involved. It's Rob Thomas from Matchbox 20.
Is it going to be a hot one?
I mean, I assume as much. Why else would you get him in? Although, if there's a Sonic game that's closest, like that far away from the midday sun, it's going to be Sonic 360, because they had a level that was just like all lava and on fire, but a city. Or was it Hoobastank, not Matchbox 20? Oh, that's fine then.
Wait.
Hmm?
Really?
It's either Hoobastank or the guy from Matchbox 20. I don't remember which. And like, you can understand why, as a British person, they might be interchangeable to me.
Well, the only thing I know about Hoobastank is... Okay, I know 2 things about Hoobastank. 1...
Name's very funny.
Name's very funny.
Yeah.
I know 3 things about Hoobastank.
Oh, sorry, I genuinely thought that was going to be a number 1. I'm sorry.
Name's very funny. Number 2, the reason this is a bad song with the worst music video. Number 3, they had a song on Elite Beat Agents, and the cover of it is better than the actual song.
Oh. Yeah, this is what happens when you don't go all the emeralds. Except this time, Robotnik's got a pile of junk. Oh. So, we're in a slightly weird stage now. Should we take a peek at the Knuckles mode? Because we've got about 20 minutes left.
Yeah.
We'll take a peek at Knuckles mode. Yay! Oh, hang on though. So I can level select, but I can't mode select, I guess? So I can't go back and get the emeralds as Knuckles. I'd have to do that on my own time as Sonic.
That's weird.
That makes enough sense, I suppose.
I suppose.
I could also do a Tails only game, but we'll leave that for you when you stream the game, Robin.
Yeah. Love Tails.
Also, do tune into The Adventures of Hitomi the Cat.
Wow.
I mean, I guess that's as good a justification as any as to why Knuckles is here. He just gets beamed by an emerald.
I like they've all got different openings for their stages. It's like Dragon Age Origins.
Except Knuckles is there, so it's like Dragon Age Origins and Knuckles.
Dragon Age Origin and Knuckles.
Yeah, sorry, Robin. I know you were desperate to get in on that one, but I got there first.
Damn it.
Can I do a punch? Is there a punch button? No, there's not. Okay.
It's not that kind of Sonic game, Danny.
Yeah, it's a Knuckles game now. I can't remember the Knuckles controls at all, so this might be a bit strained.
It's not some kind of Sonic adventure. Oh,
Very good. Oh, now this is going to be difficult because Knuckles doesn't run as fast as Sonic.
That means you have more control, right?
he should be in a car.
He should be in a car, you're right. I want less control. I want to get really slidey.
Wait, does this mean that you have to punch the UFO?
I mean, I am hoping Knuckles just decks it when he reaches it.
Oh, that would be good. That would be very satisfying.
I have to know. I don't think there's much danger of me not reaching the UFO in this. Oh, you can't glide! But Danny, why would you want to glide? That's not the point!
It would slow you down, but also it's cool.
It's
So maybe
Knuckles!
in the middle.
Oh, the music for this special stage is so good.
Very good.
Now, should I do another lap and get a bonus and I'm not sure what it does, or should I just get the UFO?
Let's get the UFO.
Okay, I suppose you're right.
Next time. Next time.
Come here, UFO. Ah! I mean, it's still cool, but it is disappointing. Oh, that's a really good point, Box. We need to see what his idle animations are.
Yeah. Just about to say.
Okay, up. He just looks up. That's cute.
Nice.
Okay. Up. Up we go.
Oh!
He looks like he's gonna die.
And facing the way. Yeah!
Oh, I'm glad there's one for each direction. Okay, he's gonna do something Knucklesy now.
Nice.
Yeah.
Look, he chuckled! Hang on, but Knuckles doesn't chuckles. That's the whole point of
Unlike
Knuckles.
Sonic, he doesn't chuckles.
Oh, Sonic Mania's got something wrong. I take it back. Ah, that's fine. I'll skip this. I take back all the lovely things we said about Sonic Mania. They got Knuckles wrong.
They got his character wrong on a fundamental level.
There's a song
Okay,
about it and
Lexi-
everything.
Lexi just pulled out the cat petting game from WarioWare. Is that the most obscure pull of the stream?
Possibly.
Okay.
In what context?
Because of the face that he makes when he's falling backwards off of the edge.
That's a very good pull, is the thing.
It's okay, Lexi, you can have my crown.
Like, if you're going for obscure pulls, you've got to respect a minigame from WarioWare. I could reference like a face someone pulls in a Rhythm Heaven minigame.
The face the girl makes in the baseball minigame is very good.
You mean the batter when she gets annoyed because you keep hitting all the balls back?
Yes,
I think she might be my favourite one in Rhythm Heaven.
she's very good.
She's very good. I also like the interviewer because of course, and I also like. Actually, that's a lie. My favourite is actually the person who is singing in Fan Club because of course.
Oh.
You know, the idol who sings to monkeys. Oh, okay. We're just gonna get two, I guess. We're not gonna get any rings though. Maybe we won't get two. Okay, we got away with it. Knife edge though.
I was closer than it had any need to be.
I'm just making it interesting for the folks at home.
Oh, I get it.
It's what's the term, Robin? Is it a work or a shoot? I don't remember.
It's a work shoot.
It's too complicated. I can either work or shoot. What do you want?
So, is when you say, alright, you're going to injure your leg,
I don't want to injure my leg.
You're just going to say you've injured your leg, and we're going to go, oh no, a plot line.
Oh no, Danny got attacked by a plot.
A shoot is when you say, hey everybody, watch this. And then you fall off the table and hit your leg on the side.
Oh, so a shoot is what I actually do.
Yes.
Okay.
And a work shoot is when I run in at the end and say, don't worry everybody, it was all part of my plan.
Actually, it's good. I meant to do this. I like it when we dip our toes into wrestling terminology I can never possibly understand. I see, I know kayfabe because I have watched enough Giant Bomb content now.
Yeah.
Up, Knuckles. Okay, down, Knuckles. Wait,
also brings back to being about idols. Remember when I said the Umi Taker because I was trying to think about different Love Live characters if they are wrestlers.
I do, yeah. You're still very proud of that one, huh?
I'm very proud of that one.
I can't remember any of the ones we came up with now. I'm sure there were other ones, but they completely elude me. It was a
Yeah.
really long time ago, and that evening was very
It
busy.
was 2 weeks ago.
It was 2 weeks. It's really only 2 weeks ago.
Oh.
If only someone had been recording it all.
Hmm. Well, some of it.
Oh no, it was Hulk Hogan was one of them.
Oh yeah, I said Hulk Hogan. I remember. Well done, me.
Well done, Danny.
Well done, Danny, on your terrible joke that it's for no one. Who is that joke for?
It's for one person.
And thankfully, they're on the call with me.
Hey! Nice animation of Knuckles at the end there.
That's cute animation. It's not as cute as Sonic's, but you know, that's difficult. So I'm gonna go ahead and assume then that Knuckles is gonna have all the same bosses and stuff, which I think is the way it worked in Sonic and Knuckles, right? Like, Knuckles got all the same bosses, but he got different levels?
Yeah. I think so.
Again, we might have to ask our more clever friends on us, because it's been a really long time since I played any of the old Sonics, to be honest.
And I realised that if I do too much fact checking, then I either don't say anything, or I figure it out, come back, and my mic is turned off, so...
I'm really sorry.
Too much information is
Hang on.
dangerous for you.
Ring.
Hang on.
Oh.
Can I get my prize? This is not how you play Sonic.
Yeah!
My prize!
Yeah!
Objectively not how you play Sonic. So it turns out, instead of doing a Knuckles playthrough, we're just going to go through all the special stages real quick.
Yeah. I fucking love this Faithwave level.
It's so good, isn't it? It's such an aggressive pink. Speaking
What's
of
this
aggressive
new?
pink, welcome to the stream,
I
everyone.
can't believe you called it Hello at Stan and not Aggressive Pink.
Yeah, it's not too late to rename though.
It's true. Rebrand.
The problem with aggressive pink is it's not quite friendly enough. Like, the thing is, like, I don't think it reads well enough so that people know. Because by using the word aggressive, it makes it sound aggressive, you know. And like,
I suppose so, yeah.
it's that kind of aggressive where it's actually more assertive pink. Like, in terms of like asserting about your space and your, you know, being cozy and stuff. But that's really hard to read when it's in a name like that. And it's really
Sure.
important to me to be cozy and accepting. Kind of now breaking kayfabe about the stream a little bit, which would someone say never do. But also, there's a reason I put so much time and effort into making the stream, like all the words and banners and stuff, you know? I'm trying to play Knuckles at the same time, and it's hard to talk and think.
That's okay, it's a serious time.
In more ways than one. Oh, I can just take that big shortcut, can't I? Oh well. Silly old Knuckles. Ooh.
Yeah, fuck him up.
Ooh. Come here, you big
You
UFO.
can do it. You can
Yeah.
do it. Yay.
I think this is always part of the, like, I think I gotta continue. Okay. Oh, maybe that's what the bonus is. Okay. Part of the problem I always had as playing with Knuckles, I think, is it always got me to play a little bit too slow. Because I'd like... Oh, okay. I'd always, like, accidentally start climbing over stuff and, like, lose my momentum. And that's not really Knuckles' fault. That's entirely Danny's fault. But still... Ugh! Oh, this is very pretty. Oh, hey, we can do the thing everyone told me to do!
Oh yeah.
Wow!
Yay!
Uh-oh, but now what happens? Oh!
Wow.
I found the big bonus.
So many presents.
Ta-da!
I love presents! It's me, Knuckles. I love presents.
That's what he says.
Unlike Sonic, I don't have laughs, I just have gifts. Oh, my shield. My beautiful shield.
Oh. I love those crab guys.
Friend.
Oh, I think the crabs is just called crab meat, which is a bit sad.
Ah, to meet crab.
Oh, yes, exactly. As in to be friends with crab.
Yeah.
Fuck him up, Knuckles.
You're right, Robin.
Sorry, I just read the chat.
Oh, okay. I thought you just decided you really hated the crabs.
No. Also, yes.
But we just met them. You can't.
Robin's very judgy, okay?
Daryl, Knuckles' friend.
Oh.
We're taking a somewhat eclectic way through the Green Hill Zone today. Also, this might be the most rings I've ever had, and also anyone has ever had.
It's because of them big.
You raised
Big
Knuckles in the
Knuckles.
center.
Excuse you,
Bless you.
Robin. Oh, it's this fella.
We'll try and listen to the Sonic Forces theme once we've finished here.
Oh, I forgot he did bombs. I thought he was gonna do fisty thing. If I sneak behind, I can hit him in the bum. Not to be rude.
You did just say bum, though.
I did kind of say bum on stream, and I'm really sorry about that.
You said it again.
Why?
Don't rat me out. Way!
Oh, that didn't work out, sorry.
This. Oh, it kind of forced me forwards when I hit him in the special zone. Can I say that? Is that too euphemistic?
You got him in his egg cup.
I think that might be the worst
That might be
one.
worse.
Yeah.
Is it so harmless?
It's just harmless. Wait, hang on.
Oh, oh. Okay. Huh?
I guess this boss has a hard-coded time limit.
Oh, wow.
I spent too long faffing. This ain't gonna work out. Isn't that a bit related to whether or not he decides to do the arm thing?
A little bit.
Fine, you want quick, you get quick.
I didn't know we were speedrunning.
It told me to be quick. Also, that was about the laziest way I could do that.
If it gets results.
Hey, any battle you can walk away from. Now we get to see Knuckles have the drip on his head, and then I think we should probably stop for the evening.
Yeah.
Hello, Len the Demon. Oh, I can't believe they called them the hard-boiled heavies. Oh, that's very nice. Hang on, has the... Oh no, the bad goo in the background is always that colour, never mind. I was going to say, has it not turned back? I think I'm not going to play Chemical Plant Zone and possibly save all of our anxiety for now.
Okay.
Just for now.
Just for now. It will give us the anxiety later. Let's check the extras we've got before we go home. So we've got a thing that makes a beepy noise.
And the stuff credits. Nailed it.
Really into this extras page. I think I might need to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I might need to do about 23 more special zones of spheres to get some extras. Hey Robin, do you want to go get some more blue spheres? Hey Ian, do you want to get some more blue spheres?
Okay.
Okay. I would like it to be a surprise, please. Because be honest with you, I'm 100% gonna go and get it. I'm gonna go play this game on my own time a bit. Or we could, well, I was gonna say we could have a makeup stream, but we've got a lot of streaming planned.
We've got a lot of stuff to do.
I'm very, very glad we injected Sonic Mania onto our plans because, wow, this game!
Yep.
Wow! I'm still slightly floored by this. I really wasn't expecting this game to be this good.
It's very good.
It's very good. Thank you to everyone at Mr. Sega for releasing the Sonic game. Thank you to all the people who worked on it. There's Mr. Taxman, Mr. Potions,
Tyson.
Tyson. Oh, the nice person who
Yeah.
who did the cute Sonics. Well, I don't like attributing things to one person. This joke sucks. Yes, this is a fantastic game though.
Except if that person is Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh yeah, Sonic the Hedgehog is a hero. He's strong and powerful, and you know.
And thanks to Jonathan Blow, who did actually make this game entirely by himself.
Absolutely no thank you to Jonathan Blow, who wasn't involved.
Not even drawing it this time, right?
I'm not drawing another. I can't pigeonhole myself like this. But yes, I'm really happy with Sonic Mania. Sorry, I'm just kind of kicking my feet and looking at the ground, but I'm really happy with this game. It's made the tiny Sonic dork in me very happy. Thank you for joining us, everyone. I think we should probably clear out before I start gushing.
Have a good night, everybody.
Have a lovely night, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. We won't be doing any more Sonic. We might actually get to do the Castlevania stuff we've been playing for several months now.
Oh yeah.
But thank you again for coming. Thank you, Robin and In, for joining me.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
It has been an absolute pleasure. We're going to go clear off now. Have a lovely night, everyone. Bye-bye. Bye. Guess I'm the only one saying bye.
You're saying it for us.
Well, that's true.
You're the host. Kiss your dad's girl on the lips.
Oh yeah, that's the point. We don't have a sign-off. We have hello you, but we don't have a sign-off, do we?
Goodbye, you. That's not as good as it.